Welcome to True Drew Podcast, your source for all things Nancy Drew. I'm your host, Avery, and on this podcast, we'll discuss everything from the Nancy Drew books, to computer games, to movie adaptations, and TV shows. Nothing is off the table. So if you're a True Drew, you'll definitely want to tune in for this podcast. All right, welcome guys back to another episode of our Podcast Sisters Play Nancy Drew series. This is episode 4, so if you guys haven't caught up on the other episodes, episode 1 is here on my podcast, True Drew Podcast. Episode 2 is on River Heights Buzz, that is Alexa and Candace's podcast, and episode 3 is on Susie's podcast, Spilling the Tea with Susie. So I've got them all here with me today, and we've got some fun games to talk about tonight, so I hope you guys are excited. Do you guys want to say hi or anything? Or
hey everyone, good to be here.
Hello.
Yeah, happy to be here. I think this is my first appearance on Avery's podcast.
It is, that's right.
So yeah, happy to be here.
Well, I guess the games that we've got to talk about on tonight's episode are The Curse of Blackmoor Manor, Creature of Kapu Cave, Silent Spy, Captive Curse, Warnings at Waverly Academy, and Ghost Dogs of Moon Lake. So a lot of variety of earlier and later games.
Yeah, good games too.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess we'll start with one of my games, and I was actually assigned with Susie's random generator, her wheel spin that we did. I got Captive Curse and Warnings at Waverly Academy, so we'll start with Captive Curse.
All right.
Okay.
Cool. All right. So we got a lot of unpopular opinions and hot takes sent in, and a lot of them had to do with Raid for this game. So
oh no.
yeah. So the first take that I got sent was the board game you have to play is painful. I'd rather play Scopa until I die.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, I like Scopa a lot more than Raid myself too. So
Yeah.
I don't know. Did any of you catch it where like the character cards from this game from Raid, that's kind of like Easter eggs from other games? Did you see that anywhere?
I'm trying to think.
I guess I just didn't pay attention.
No.
I don't remember who uploaded it or if like multiple people uploaded it, but it's like the character cards and like the backgrounds and stuff are from like Easter eggs for different games.
Yeah,
So-
there's like backgrounds from like the pirate is up against like a background from Ransom of the Seven Ships, I think, and like there's a few, yeah.
Huh, that's really neat. I'd never paid attention to that. That's cool.
Yeah, they're worth a second look for sure.
Yeah, this next hot take, the map, and I guess they're talking about the map that you used to go through the forest, was almost impossible for me to figure out the first run through.
Only the first?
Yeah.
You're better than me.
I got lost in the woods so many times in that game.
Yeah.
I haven't ever not been lost in those woods, so.
Yeah. The castle you stay in is actually really hard to navigate, and the clues are hard to find.
100% agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got lost in the castle a lot as well.
Mhm.
It's gorgeous, don't get me wrong, but whoo.
Yeah. I got turned around going down those staircases, and I'd be like, I think I'm where I'm supposed to be, and then I would be nowhere near where I was supposed to be.
Yeah, literally. I know. I couldn't find Renata for so long.
Yes, yeah.
Ugh.
And then you turn around and Lucas is just right there staring at you, and you're like, ah, too close.
Yeah. You're suddenly under a table. Like.
Yeah. So this next hot take, someone said this game is incredibly well balanced. It's silly, funny, creepy, and has some awesome puzzles. Which, that's fair. I think that Lucas kind of breaks the tension in the game a little bit with his funny moments, but there are some creepy moments too.
I feel like that's probably the point. I think he's supposed to be like your comic relief. In that one, yeah.
Yeah. I loved his little Monty Python reference before you even like get in the castle. He's like, we've already got one.
It was really cute. I love the beginning of that game.
Yeah. I have to say, I like him more than I like Jane from Curse of Blackmoor Manor, which we'll get to her, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm sure we will.
I'm excited to talk about her.
Yes. Let's see. So another take on Raid. Someone said they really love the Raid game.
Oh, okay. So that person should play with the first person.
Yes, yeah.
And that they can play Raid for them.
Yeah, you do this part and I'll do the rest.
I know this is anonymous, but I'm trying to make y'all friends.
I know, like, if these people would just team up, they'd be the perfect Nancy Drew game player.
Literally.
So this next person said most of the game is boring, which a game in Germany has no right being.
Ouch.
Yeah, that one's pretty harsh. And another said, I actually really like this game. So it was kind of like bouncing between like hate and love for this game.
Yeah.
And these people just seem to love to hate.
Yes. Yeah. And then this one is kind of makes me sad because I was just talking about that I like Lucas, but they said, is it even unpopular to really dislike Lucas?
Aw, he's a child.
Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah. He just wants somebody to play his games with. So
I understand.
yeah.
And it must be tough because he's obviously the only child there.
Yeah.
So it's like he has no one else to play with because all the adults are busy or they don't want to come out and they just want to hide from the monster.
Yeah.
So I could see why he would be lonely.
I mean,
Literally
we don't
like
know.
Jane trying to find someone to play her games with.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah, we don't know what's going on, like, in that whole, like, there's obviously other people living there. Like, are there other children? Is he really the only child? Like, I don't know what's going on there.
Yeah.
It wasn't very clear.
No.
But then, like,
No.
you go up and, like, knock on some doors and they're like, go away, you know? So, like, there's other people around. I don't know.
Yeah. It does make you wonder.
Mm-hmm.
So this next person, another hot take on Raid. I love Raid. I even made my own board game out of it. That's pretty cool.
That's
Whoa.
definitely a hot take.
Yeah. Candace is like, you won't find me making my own board game of Raid.
Yeah.
No.
I love that, though. That's so neat.
I know, like, I love when people in the Nancy Drew community, like the Clue Crew community, are crafty like that, because I don't think I have the patience, but it's so cool to see other people do that kind of stuff, so.
Yeah, that's seriously neat.
Yeah. Ooh, okay, so this one's a very hot take. Anya was justified in what she did. Yeah.
Which part?
Well, they didn't really clarify, so I'm like, well, she faked some stuff on her resume. She did a lot of things to sabotage.
Concerns here. She kidnapped her own nephew.
Yeah, I don't know if justified in that though.
I don't know. Maybe if you're talking about a specific part, like, oh man, like I would also take down my ex-boyfriend, you know, like
Yeah.
sure, if there's something specific you mean, you know.
Yeah, I took it to mean it was more about Marcus, because didn't Marcus like leave her for someone or something? It was kind of these little hints throughout the
I
game.
think he broke up with her. I don't think it was ever said that he left her for somebody. And I could be totally wrong. It has been a little while since I played this one. I don't remember it seeming like he had like done something heinous. I think it was just the fact that he broke up with her. Like, do you guys remember anything else?
Mm-hmm.
I don't.
I don't either.
Yeah, it makes me. I'll have to definitely watch for that on a replay for sure.
Yeah, too. Because I don't remember anything, but maybe there was like a plot point that I totally missed. You know, like maybe there's a conversation I never had or something.
Yeah. So I don't know. It depends on what you're talking about here. If she's justified in what she did.
Yeah.
See, this next one is, to be honest, the music in this game annoys me. It does fit the setting well, but honestly, it's a little bit much at times.
You know, I could kind of see that.
Yeah.
It's got kind of a shrieking violin thing going to it at some points.
Yeah, and it's got the drum, like the wah wah. It's very hokey kind of, and has this certain rhythm to it. So I can see that.
Yeah.
And someone else had another take about the music. I believe they said they really dislike the music, and when they think about replaying this game, the music deters them from doing it.
Wow.
Yeah,
Dang,
that's an extreme stance. Yeah. So another take on Raid. I also really dislike Raid, Monster, and almost never play them just for fun in this game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. I feel like my hot take is that I do like Monster and Raid. I like Monster particularly.
Monster's a little more fun than Raid, I think, to me. So
Yeah.
I felt strategic and I was like, I'm gonna take this little child down.
yeah. Oh, okay. So this person said it was messed up that we don't know who or what happened to the original girl who got taken.
Oh, I think we know.
Yeah, I think we do, unfortunately. Yeah, it's like they just kind of leave it up to your imagination, but you can kind of,
I think there's two possibilities and neither of them are good.
No. Yeah, this game is surprisingly dark.
Yes. Oh my word.
Yeah.
That underlying, like, you know, either way that could could have gone.
Mm-hmm.
It's intense.
Yeah. And just hearing from Renata, like her story about her sister is just like, oh, that's so heartbreaking and so sad. But
yeah. Ugh.
And actually, this next hot take is about Renata. It says Renata needed more screen time.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And I mean, I guess I can see that. I mean, like you said, it took us forever to find her. It took me a while to find her. I was like, where is she? And she's down in the basement area. So
wait, okay. Do you guys like Renata?
I think she has a lot of good quotes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't like Renata. I mean, I don't have anything against her per se. I just think that she is so freaking boring. Like when I talk to her, I'm like, I know why you sleep so much. And I'm sorry, your opinion's irrelevant.
It's kind of interesting when you say that, like, because she's a storyteller. It's like, well, are they interesting stories or boring? Like, you've made this your profession, I guess. But
what she has to say is interesting.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I think how she says it turns me off. Like, I don't want to hear it all because I am just like, my brain can't handle this.
Yeah.
So maybe my problem isn't with the character, maybe it's with the voice actor or the directing for that voice actor, like maybe that's my problem. But I listen to my books, like my audiobooks at like 1.5, and she's at like 0.8 or like less.
Yeah. And she is kind of curt the way she talks to Nancy a little bit. So
yeah.
And let's see. Oh, okay. So this is the last hot take. Carl is the most likable character in this game.
No, that's fair.
Yeah.
I mean, he's funny. I think he's really entertaining as a character. So
I love Carl.
Yeah, it's between him or Lucas for sure. So
yeah, I agree.
Yeah, that was all my hot takes for Captive Curse.
Fun. There were some hot ones.
There were.
Yeah. Before I say my jokes, I have the book that this game was based off of.
Okay.
Mystery Story number 64, Captive Witness.
Which have any of you read that one?
No.
Not yet. But we will be reading that at some point.
At some point, yeah.
It's an interesting one. It's got a lot of James Bond-esque villains. I'll just leave it at that.
Fun.
So
I only have a couple of jokes for this one. The first one is, jokes about German sausages are the worst.
Gosh.
And the second one, just learned the word for constipation in German. Far from pooping.
Oh my gosh. I just live for Candace's reactions.
Yeah, those are the jokes I've got for that one.
Was there food in this game, Avery?
So the foods that I remember in particular, there was the Black Forest cake that we get for Renata to put her into like slumber mode, and that looked really good. And
I was putting you into a food coma too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I think in the gift shop there's that little carousel, and I feel like there's a pretzel in there, and maybe one other option in there too.
4 options, but I only remember the cake and the pretzel. Was there like a corn dog or something, or am I just tripping?
Maybe.
I probably have no idea what I'm talking about. Hold on, let's look this up.
I'm gonna look this up too. Yeah. Let's see.
Could have been. I don't really remember that.
I mean, you would think there would be sauerkraut or something, but that'd be kind of hard to eat on the go. Maybe.
Or sausages or something.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Okay, it's a sausage, a pretzel, a strudel, and a cake.
Strudel. Okay.
That makes sense.
So what I was picturing was not a corn dog. It was in fact a sausage. It was just me putting my hungry for snacks mind to work. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. FMK.
Yay.
Starring Carl. Okay. All right. Anya. Okay. And finally Marcus.
Ooh. Marcus has some road rage issues.
Okay, but he's also like rich as heck. So
And he didn't.
Could I fight Marcus and bumper cars? Does that count?
Sure.
Oh gosh.
Fight him, kiss Anya, marry Carl.
Carl's
Okay.
nice.
And we can marry the same person in this scenario?
Yeah, go
There's
for
4
it.
of us? Okay.
Yeah, well, when there's 4 of us, like the rules go out the window.
Yeah, that's true.
True.
Yeah, if there's only 3 people, then like we can each do one thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause I feel like I would marry Carl, buy Anya, and I guess kiss Marcus.
Yeah.
I think that's what I would do.
Yeah.
Really? Wow. Candace, I thought for sure that your lawyer brain would be like, okay, so I would totally marry Marcus. He's loaded. He's also hilarious.
Yes.
I bet he's pretty hot too. Gonna kiss Carl, and I'm totally fighting Anya, that little brat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, thank you. The end.
Well, I guess it's your all's turn, Alexa and Candace, for one of your games that you've got.
I'll let you go, Candace.
You want me to go? Okay. So we have Ghost Dogs of Moon Lake, and we have just a few hot takes, unpopular opinions. This first one says, my personal favorite, such a beautiful environment with solid characters and backstory.
Yeah.
Next one, wish I could do more in Speakeasy. Looks like there's so much to look at, but you can't.
Yeah. That
Yeah.
was such a good location. They could have done so much with.
Yeah. And it makes me wonder if maybe that was just something that ended up on the chopping block. Like if they ran out of time.
Yeah. Or like they had the budget for like a couple of things and they were like, let's actually have the shed burst into flames instead.
Yeah. Yeah. The Speakeasy was cool, but I feel like we could have done more in there too.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Okay.
It's kind of going along with the game. Do any of you smoke?
Only
When I'm on fire.
Next one, and I love this idea, and I think this also probably was on the chopping block because they either ran out of time or budget. Ghost dogs should have attacked the house multiple times. Really spooky first night, then done. Why?
I agree.
Yes.
Yeah.
It should have been like an every night thing. Even if they used the same animation, like it would still be scary because you would still know that it was coming every night, you know?
Yeah.
And like, I mean, what's her face? The lady who we were supposed to stay with was so frightened away because they were coming every night. Like it didn't make sense.
Yeah.
So then Nancy gets there and they're just like, oh, I think we'll skip tonight.
Well, and I think I remember playing this as a kid after that initial night where they attacked the house. Every time I would go out at night, I was terrified. I thought, oh no, they're going to come and I'm going to be out in the woods somewhere and not get to the house back in time, or like that would have added some more suspense for sure.
Yeah. I remember having that fear too. And then like finished the game and I was like, well,
yeah.
hey.
Yeah. Well, it makes me wonder if maybe when they did the little sneak peek trailer, if they were thinking of going in a slightly different direction and then it just ended up changing course at the very last minute.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that could totally be. I mean, at that point, they were making 2 games a year, so.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
So, something to think about. Next one. I wish this one had more character interactions. Sometimes there's too much dead time wandering around with no conversations. I agree with that.
Yeah. And you could only find certain people at certain times of the day, which kind of made it hard, so.
Yep. This next one. I hope this person is okay now. The dogs attacking the house in the beginning traumatized me as a child for years.
Oh no! I'm so sorry.
I mean, did it at least make it better when you saw how cute they were later? Like,
I hope so.
I hope so. Yeah. I mean, it is scary, I'm sure, when you're like a child and you're just like,
yeah.
But,
this next one made me giggle. And, you know, I think this is just early days of them, you know, making games and not super paying attention to the little details, which they got better at as time went on.
Yeah.
Change from day to night many times, but the moon never changes position. Sus.
Oh.
Oh my word.
And
That's
it's the
so
same
true.
That is true. Like,
never changes phases or anything, and never changes positions.
I think my brain registered that, but I didn't think anything was wrong. Like, I was just like, oh yeah, this is fine.
Yeah,
that is suspicious. Yeah.
We're living in a simulation.
Yes.
Well, she literally is, so.
Yeah, it's true. This one, I'm interested to see your all's reaction. Ranger Akers is an a-hole, but he's cute.
Okay, I mean, he likes cleanliness. What's wrong with that? Like, I feel like he's nice.
He follows rules.
Yeah, I agree with the cute part, but I feel like
and expects other people to follow rules too.
Yeah.
I'm a big Ranger Acres fan.
Yes, he's underrated for sure.
He's so underrated. He has a dog. Cares.
Yeah.
He just cares, y'all. He just wants to do his job, and everyone who's like, oh, Ranger Acres over there, they're trying to break laws, okay?
Yeah. Well, and he's kind of trying to overcome his past, his, stuff that happened in his family. Past. Yeah.
Yeah, and he has a doggy.
Yes.
And, listen, Ranger Acres, justice for Ranger Acres, okay?
Yes.
He's a nice guy. And yes, he is cute. He's a nice guy. He just wants to do his dang job.
Yes. I'm kind of curious how just his dating life is outside of being a ranger.
True.
Yeah.
I don't know. So in real life, that area is pretty remote.
Oh, okay.
So I can't imagine there's a huge dating pool over there.
Yeah. He just needs to meet the right person.
Yeah.
Do you think that he would try to hit it up with Sally?
Or Sally, that's her name. Yeah. You know what? A nice young woman moves in. Mm-hmm. Cute young ranger over at the station. Come give her a ticket. It's the beginning of a Hallmark movie.
Yeah, it is.
It literally is. They just have they're one fall festival away from a Hallmark movie.
Yeah.
We need a prince thrown in there somewhere too.
It's actually him. No, I'm kidding.
He's just undercover as a park ranger.
Yeah, he's running from his life as a prince of a small country.
We just wrote this, y'all. We should just submit to Hallmark now.
Yeah, Hallmark.
Fan fiction writes itself.
Okay, one last one. This person said, love this one. Super relaxing. Mm-hmm. I can see both ends of the spectrum on this one because at first it is anything but relaxing. But once you realize that everything is not as scary as it seems, then it is.
Yeah.
So
the soundtracks are so relaxing. Like the day soundtrack when it's just like and you're just wandering through the woods during the day. Like, man, this is great.
Yeah. So the vibes are there. The vibes are great.
Yes. Relaxing walking simulator. Yes. Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Just being out in nature, I think. Just seeing the water and you're doing the bird watching and stuff. And I can see how it's relaxing.
Nancy shouting, tweet, tweet. So relaxing.
I think the soundtrack for this game is really good. Like the speakeasy stuff. So good.
So good.
So good. What a great game.
Yeah. One of my favorites for sure. But that's all I've got for this one.
Okay.
Well, now you've got the Hallmark movie Love on a Lake or whatever we want to call it.
I like that.
The name.
Love on a Lake. That's really good.
That's all our Hallmark movie there. Yeah.
Charlena Purcell could have the credit. We could.
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh. Love on a Lake is totally a Charlena Purcell novel.
It's
100%.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's so this wrote itself.
We just gave Charlena the ideas and she could just put it all together.
Yeah. She's known for stealing ideas anyways.
Oh, yeah, she did.
Yeah.
She's a thief.
True. Oh my goodness.
That's so funny.
She's just gonna change the names ever so slightly.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it'll be Jack the Ranger Acre. Ranger Jack Acres the Ranger. and
Sally McDougal.
Sally McDougal.
Instead of Sally McDonald. She has some Scottish ancestry somewhere back in there.
We can't have Jack and Sally. It can't be Jack.
Oh, Nightmare Before Christmas.
That's not what we're rating. Okay, let's move on before we end up rating the entire script.
I know, right? Oh, and as far as I guess, do we have jokes or?
Yeah, there's a few.
Okay.
And this game was based on 2 books. One of the mystery stories from the first book, Ghost Dogs of Whispering Oaks. There's a lot of tidbits from that were put into the game, I found.
Yeah.
And the second one was Mystery Story number 167, Mystery by Moonlight. Ooh. So, okay, now joke time. What kind of car does a dog drive?
Ooh. I don't know.
Is it a Porsche?
No.
No. Oh, that
would
was
been a good one.
That was a good one. A Ferrari.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
cute. I feel like I was close.
You were close. That was a good one.
Yeah.
The next one. When it's raining cats and dogs, what do you risk stepping into?
A poodle.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
I've told this joke to Candace before, so I'm going to test her again, too, to see if she remembers this one.
Let's see if I remember. Okay.
What do you call a magic dog?
Ooh.
Do you remember, Candace?
I don't know.
You want me to say it?
Go ahead.
A labracadabrador.
Oh
Yep.
my gosh.
Wow.
That's a mouthful.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are all my jokes.
Well, as far as food goes, there really wasn't much food in this game, but we did have the cola that we had to rearrange for Emily down at her little shop. But so I always wondered what that would taste like.
I imagined a flatter Pepsi.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's just what I like. Like when I was doing it, I was like, I feel like I could taste this in my mouth, and it tastes like flat Pepsi.
Yeah, like the off-brand of like
Yeah,
Pepsi.
off-brand.
I always
Yes,
thought like
exactly.
Big K that you get at like Kroger or something.
Mhm.
Yeah.
What it reminded me of.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Yeah, for sure. You don't count the bait.
Oh gosh, no. I won't even go there. Ugh.
No crickets or worms. All right. Okay, so we're pretty limited on options here.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
true.
So it's exactly what you're going to expect, and your options for FMK are going to be Jeff and Emily and Red.
I'm surprised there was actually no comments about Red.
I
Yeah,
know.
too.
I have lots to say about Red anytime I ever talk about him.
Yeah. Like or dislike? I'm curious.
What, for me?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't like him. I think he's creepy. I think it's weird that there's a man just like 15 feet from the property at night with binoculars.
Yeah, that's a little bit weird.
That's
when you
true.
think about it.
Weird. Yeah. And then like the way that he asks her to take pictures, I was always like,
Ew, yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, so let me ask you a question really quick. Who do you prefer more, Red or Holtzgato?
oh, Holtzgato.
Really?
Yeah. Holtzgato doesn't give me the creeper vibes that Red does.
Hmm.
Yeah, he's just a concerned citizen running for office, and Red's just over here on this tree platform, like,
Literally,
Yeah.
only at night. I'm like, buddy,
Yeah.
what kind of birds are you looking at?
The only time he comes out
During the
during
day.
the day. The only time he comes out during the day was when the shed was on fire.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's it.
Where's he at?
I
Mm.
don't know.
Does he
I
have
mean,
like a
I think-
campsite out in the woods somewhere, or like that we just
think
don't
that's
see?
I think that's what they're trying to get you to think, is that he has like a place where he's staying
Mhm.
and that he's out bird watching during the day, but also that he's like out there in the evening to look at the owls, I guess. I mean, the Strixvaria that he tells us about is a kind of owl, if I remember right. So like I think that the intentions were innocent, but the way that it comes across to me as a woman in 2024, it's not comfy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
agree with that.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
Mm. Well, I'm definitely not marrying Red.
No, I'm fighting him.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I just brought this so down.
No, I was just curious. I wanted to hear your thoughts. Gosh, I mean, I think I need to marry Jeff, and
Yeah.
I will, I guess, kiss Emily and fight Red.
Yeah, I agree with that.
If we choose to fight Emily, does she have that big bone that she's carrying?
I
Oh
think
gosh.
win to fight her as well, so
Yeah.
it can be on your terms.
Okay, because I'm gonna say if she doesn't have the bone, then I'll fight her. But if she does, then I'm a little scared.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie.
I
That's
feel like I
fine.
could take her. Like I think I could take her easier than I could take Red.
But that bone looks like a human bone.
It does.
You know what I mean? And it looks like a human leg bone. And isn't that the hardest bone in the body?
Yeah.
So like that kind of concerns me.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. But it took very little to thwart her, you know? Like she swung it around, but all you'd had
Yeah.
to do was like close the door and
Yeah.
like she was trapped. So
True.
Yeah.
I feel like if you wanted to fight fight her, you wouldn't have to. You would just have to lock her in a room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I
That's
mean,
what I want to kiss Red, but I do think it was very easy to trap her.
Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe I would fight her
Yeah.
and then kiss Red and marry Ranger Acres.
Well, if anyone wants to fight Red, they could just push him off that platform.
I was actually thinking that too.
That's a really good point. If you wanna give Emily a smooch and then just push him out of the tree.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got options.
This is some good options.
Susie, it's your turn.
So I got Creature of Kapu Cave. So first off, with Creature of Kapu Cave, the first one that I got is I really like a lot of aspects of Kapu Cave, but I think the trading between views was kind of meh. It's cool in concept, it became annoying to me after a while.
Yeah.
It's like going between like Nancy and Frank. And Dove at one point.
I feel like other games did it better.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Legend of the Crystal Skull. I liked that a little bit better.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a little clunky.
Yeah.
Next person said, I like Kapu Cave, but woo, the Hardy Boys are rough.
They did them so dirty in that game. So dirty. And the fact that in the Her Interactive Teespring shop, you can buy flip-flops that have that character version of them on it, that is so rude.
Have they ever sold those? I just want to know. Can somebody who works at Her Interactive just let me know?
Or the person that bought them, are you okay?
Yes. Did you buy it for a joke?
Well,
You buy it for a joke, right?
Is there a hat with like Big Island Mike on it? I'm like, who buys that? Too?
Yeah,
Like,
It's a bucket hat.
I would buy it as a joke.
Yes, as a joke.
Next person said, I really enjoy Creature of Kapu Cave. IDKY. Maybe it's the nostalgia talking, but I just find it charming, even though it's full of weird plot holes, but I don't care.
Yeah,
That's my hot take too. I don't mind it.
yeah.
I don't
really
either.
I understand that a lot of people really don't like it.
Mm.
And I think I'll be interested to see if you have anybody talk about Frass.
Oh.
I definitely did see it come up a bit, at least once,
Okay.
which I thought was fun. But I have to say that I don't mind Frass.
I don't either.
Yeah.
It's the worst puzzle in the world. I don't
It's
think.
not.
Yeah.
If any of you guys are into like cozy games as well as Nancy Drew games, there is a game called A Little to the Left, and it's just like organizing little things. And it is very similar. Some of the puzzles are very similar to the Frass puzzle. In fact, if you're familiar with Tori ND Piano on Instagram and YouTube, she made a whole YouTube video about it, and it's super cool. Like, definitely check that out. But it's not a horrible puzzle if you think about it in that light.
Yeah. There's much worse puzzles than that one.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think maybe sometimes people put the idea of it being bug poop that they're touching. Yeah. Anyway, next person said the Creature of Kapu Cave feels like a half-finished game. I like it needs to be longer. Some more locations around the island would be nice.
I could see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is totally fair. Next person said, I really enjoy Kapu Cave. I find it's relaxing to hang out and do the tasks on the beach. It was one of the first games I ever got, so I'm sure there's a nostalgia factor there too. But every time I replay it, I enjoy it. I know a lot of people hate this game, but I don't at all. Side note, I was supposed to go on a trip to Hawaii a couple years ago, and it got canceled, and so I played Kapu Cave again, and it softened the blow slightly. I could pretend I was in Hawaii.
Oh.
That's sweet.
See, I feel like that's what I do sometimes when I'm like, man, I just need a vacation. I'll just pop in whatever game I am like, okay.
Yeah.
I want to go to Italy or I want to go to France today. And yeah.
Exactly. I know. That is so cool. The next person said, Kapu Cave is one of my favorite games, and then they did the little emoji of the monkey hiding their eyes.
Oh. Yeah, and it's okay to have that opinion. Like, I think like all of us probably could say, well, I like this game and maybe this other person doesn't, but yeah.
Yeah. I think I say it in every episode, but like all of your opinions are valid.
Yeah.
Not, like we're having fun like talking about the hot takes and the unpopular opinions, but like also they're your opinion and it's totally fine.
It's valid. So
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we all have our stuff. So, all right. Next person said, I've got strong opinions about Kapu Cave. The Hardy Boys getting a serious downgrade from Last Train was disappointing. The whole mystery aspect was kind of subpar compared to the rest of the games, and the puzzles were a bit too easy.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think we can really argue with you.
No.
Creature of Kapu Cave. It's only uninteresting in the jungle and helping Dr. Quigley. Everything else, like the island resort, the snorkeling, the lab, is actually really fun and make it a great game. The jungle scenery and aura brings it down.
Yeah, I kind of liked more playing as Frank or Joe doing those tasks than as Nancy at times.
Yeah.
Well, their mystery was interesting, whereas her mystery wasn't really a mystery. It was like, hey, I'm going to go be in the jungle for a while.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm stuck here now. Her
Yeah.
mystery wasn't really a mystery.
Mm-hmm.
Next person said, I hate that there's no actual creature/monster in Creature of Kapu Cave. Should have called it Nancy Drew and the underperforming pineapple crop.
Ouch.
Yeah.
I know, but the next two are just like this. The next person
Really?
said Nancy Drew and the collection of frass samples.
Oh, which can we agree too that the monster really is Malachi Craven, like him and his rage issues for sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely. The next person, literally the same vibe, said the only creature was the fish in the ocean. LOL.
Yeah.
Yeah. One person took it upon themselves to just put the Wiki Tiki song in my chat.
It gets stuck in your head.
Yes. I loved that. Okay, another one said, it's a really good game, and I don't know why it's at the bottom of most tier lists.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
I mean, it wouldn't be like, I wouldn't say like top 10 or even top 15 for me, but not at the bottom.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like lower middle.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's definitely worse games, I think.
Yeah.
100%.
Oh yeah. Another person just said the frass counting with the cry laughing face.
Oh.
I like that puzzle.
I know. It makes me kind of like relaxed. I'm just like picking things up and putting things down and sorting and having fun. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
It's a good puzzle. Okay. The best parts of this game are frass work and fishing. Love them both.
I like this person.
Wow.
Yes.
I like fishing in this game a lot more than Secret of the Old Clock.
Yeah. It's kind of fun. Next, the actual plot / explanation of this game is so convoluted and barely makes sense.
Convoluted, yeah.
Yeah, doesn't it take like a 2-page letter to explain everything? I think someone was talking about this on Instagram one day.
I think
Can't
so.
remember, but that sounds right. There's a lot to say, but I was so disappointed that like everything was just explained away. Like, oh yes, the whispering we heard was some bugs, and the pineapple is because of the bugs, and it's just the bugs.
The whole time it was the bugs.
Yeah.
I was just like, because this was like during the time period of like Lost being on TV. Are you guys familiar with Lost?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you remember like the others and the whispers in the jungle and like all of the like the terror that they could have had in this game and they just didn't.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Missed.
So many of some with the bugs, they were really bugging me, man.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Yes.
Okay, this
Had
next,
to.
I need to know if this next person is okay.
Oh.
She says Malachi Craven is sexy.
What?
This person must like older
No.
men there.
Okay, no, because on a scale, like, okay, we just talked about Jeff Akers being so mean, and Malachi, he's awful. I mean,
Must
I
see
guess
some kind of good thing in him if they like him that much.
wow.
Okay, listen, I understand liking older men.
Yeah.
I understand that.
Mhm.
My husband is older than me. I get it.
Yeah.
But
that
you
older man.
okay? You the same person that bought the flip-flops? Do we need to hold an intervention?
Gosh.
Oh gosh.
It's so
We're
funny
here
though,
for you if you need us.
the very next person had to talk about Craven as well, but the total opposite side. And this person said Craven's, well, actually, it's not the opposite side. I'm just kidding. They said Craven's anger is more understandable now that I'm older.
Yeah.
I see that.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yeah.
Next person said, I don't dislike this game as much as I feel others do. IDK why it gets so much hate.
Yeah, I mean, if I didn't know any better, I would have thought that I wrote that.
Yeah, it wasn't you, I promise. And then my last comment about this is it really isn't that bad. Didn't Ned say it was his favorite game to do when you interviewed? And yes, he did. When I interviewed Scott, he said he liked this game.
Aw.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how much or how extensively he played. I think that he told me he would like bring the games to his niece, but he said he had fun with the voice acting for this one, if I recall, and he liked the setting and thought it was fun. So yeah. Scott Carty, voice of Ned Nickerson, approves of Kapu Cave, and that's what matters.
Yes.
Tells you everything you need to know.
And shout out to Charlie too.
Yes, of course.
So I would like to see a cage match fight between Manette from Danger by Design and Malachi. Which one do you think would win?
Oh gosh.
Man. Probably him, right?
Yeah, I feel like he would win.
Well, I don't know, because like we had no offense. We just like did defense and took her down.
True. Yeah.
So.
But couldn't he also go into where like all the plants are, almost do like a hide and seek kind of thing and just lock her in there?
Yeah.
Maybe.
It's true too. Just like we locked Emily in the room.
Yeah.
Fair point.
Yeah.
Gosh, I wouldn't want to work for either of them. That's for sure.
Who would you rather have as a boss though, if you had to pick one?
If I had to pick, I'd probably pick her because I would want that job more than I would want to work with him.
I would pick her because I had a boss that was nowhere near as extreme as that, but I had a boss that was bipolar and I knew how to handle her, so I would pick Manette.
Yeah, I feel like if you stroked Malachi Craven's ego, he'd be more tolerable, but I still feel like I would work for Manette because I'm like, you just make her tea and then, I mean, I wouldn't want to catch the bugs and do all that, but like,
yeah,
at least she doesn't scream at you as much as Craven does.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Because she's never actually yelled at Nancy. I mean, except for the fact that she like tries to Ichido you or whatever it was called. Yeah. She was tolerant of you as a boss to a employee. And while she was like a little eccentric and like, yeah, you had to catch bugs, she didn't like make you do her dirty work as far as like her crimes went. So
that's true.
Yeah, that's kind of a good thing. Also, working in fashion sounds fun. I mean, I work in bridal fashion, so like, I think that it would be cool to see more of like other kinds of fashion. Yeah,
Paris would be cool too.
Yeah.
Make outfits for Prudence.
Yeah. That's the best part of that game. I made those sticker sheets, and I'll pull them out sometime. I'll play. I'll like dress her up.
Yeah, I mean that's another classic character.
Yeah, which I'm pretty sure I got that game for next episode, and I'm really excited because it's actually one of my favorite games.
So. We need to stop talking then. All right, Alexa, you got some jokes for us?
Yes, and I'm gonna mention the book that the game was from. Mystery Story 143, Mystery on Maui.
I love that book. It's a good one.
You like that book?
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good.
I feel like the book itself was good if you don't think about it in terms of the game.
Yeah, because it's nothing like the game, but
it's like, is it about like a bike race?
Surfing competition.
Surfing competition. That's right. It's a surfing competition. Yeah. And like, there's nothing at all to do with the game. I really think, and I've said this before, I really think that the boardroom meeting for this one was like looking at a shelf and being like, Mystery on Maui. No, Mystery in Hawaii could be cool. And then they never opened the book.
And I feel like I've heard people make the argument like, oh, Golden Pavilion Mystery, but it's like literally the only thing that's the same is it's in Hawaii. Nothing else.
Yeah. I think that they had to have a book that it was inspired by, air quotes. Yeah. That was a dartboard game for sure.
Yeah.
Here's some jokes. Do they allow loud laughing in Hawaii or just aloha?
Oh my gosh.
That beach pun was so bad, I'm going to have to confiscate it.
Gosh, that's so bad.
Oh.
And the last one. Why do people swim at saltwater beaches?
I
don't know.
Because a pepper beach would make them sneeze.
Oh no.
That's what I got.
Oh my god.
And I guess as far as the food goes in Creature of Kapu Cave, we had the shaved ice that we had to make for Big Eye. Or just make for ourselves whenever, because I did that sometimes.
Yeah.
What flavor would you guys get?
Ooh.
Anything but grape.
Yeah.
I'm not a grape person. And nothing like pina colada, because I'm not really like a coconut kind of person or pineapple-y kind of person. But anything else, I would.
Yeah. Like a watermelon or something would be kind of tasty.
That would be good.
Yeah.
I was gonna say coconut and blue raspberry together is kind of good.
Yeah. Where I'm from, we have like snowball stands in the summer, and the classic, which like I know it's not in this game, but the classic snowball, in my opinion, is an egg custard with marshmallow.
Ooh.
I don't know that I've ever had that, but it sounds good.
Oh, that sounds good.
It's so good. Oh man, and you get the marshmallow in the middle. Okay, so you get some egg custard, okay, and then you get the marshmallow in the middle, and then you put more of the shave ice, and then you put a marshmallow on top, and you get the layers. Oh, it's so good, so
That
good.
sounds really good.
Yeah. Highly recommend. I don't know if it's like a Maryland thing or not. It's probably at least regional to somewhere.
Yeah.
Sounds
That's
good.
good.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Okay, so FMK starring. We don't have a lot of options again, and I feel like I'm cheating again, but this time we're gonna have Frank and Joe.
Okay.
And Malachi.
Ooh.
Marry Frank, kiss Joe, fight Malachi.
That was easy.
Yeah.
I could just put him to sleep with his pills.
That's true.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like I'd marry Joe, kiss Frank, and fight Malachi.
Yeah, I think that's what I would do too.
Yeah.
I don't know. Which one do I like better, Frank or Joe?
Do you like them serious or funny?
You can get the best of both worlds, because either way, one of them's going to be your husband, the other one could be your brother-in-law.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Do you like
So
a
yeah, I
blonde
guess
or
I would
brunette?
marry Frank,
Yeah.
kiss Joe, and then fight Malachi. And then if Frank and I had kids, then it would be like a weird Christmas story, like, hey, I kissed your uncle one time.
Yeah.
And Joe would be a fun uncle, probably.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, 100%,
Yeah.
because he would be on the same wavelength as the kid.
Yep.
Let's
So
go get cheeseburgers, guys.
he'd be a great babysitter.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. That's
All
super
right.
cute.
Well, I guess we're back to my last game for this episode, and I got Warnings at Waverly Academy, which I love this game. It's one of my top ones. It's in my top 10 for sure.
Oh
It's
yeah,
in my top 2.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
love it. It's a good one.
Yeah. And it's about time to play this one again, because I love to play this game in the fall. It's
Oh,
just,
really?
I'm
Yeah.
so glad you're like me and you have certain games you like to play certain times of the year.
Yeah, because I feel like, and I mean, in the snow, it can kind of transition into a winter game too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's my Christmas game. I play it around like in December, like when I want like the ultimate cozy vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a good one. And a lot of people had opinions. I think more opinions on this one slightly than the last one, Captive Curse. So there's going to be major spoilers for this one, of course. But the first hot take that I got was Rachel and Kim were so annoying and not worth the twin reveal.
Oh, really?
That's interesting.
And
Yeah.
they really lucked out on getting a room for themselves and the
Okay,
bonus
yeah.
room.
Plot
Yeah.
hole.
Yeah.
Plot hole, because it's the Valkan floor, and they said they've been there for the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's true.
That's true. Yeah.
Very true.
You got to have a lot of whimsy for this game, for sure.
You do, because how would that work? Like,
Where's your sense of whimsy?
one diploma, how are you both going to go to college? Like, I have
Yeah.
questions, but
I have more concerns about their father than I
Yes.
do about their room.
Yeah.
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 I feel like what little they told us, I was like, okay, I'm glad that you guys aren't living with this person, but like also, are you okay when you go home? You know,
Yeah.
like, are you being taken care of?
yeah.
Yeah, it was concerning.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because if they're here, it's like probably, I don't know if we want to say the safest spot for them, but it could be the best spot for them, kind of.
Yeah, because like they're getting all their meals and they have a roof over their head and like everything is provided for them. They've got all the clothes they need because they've got uniforms. Like everything is okay there.
Yeah.
But like if he has no idea how to raise children, like to the point that like he literally has no idea that they're doing this,
Yeah.
I worry.
It's a bit
Yeah.
concerning. Yeah.
Yeah.
And speaking about lack of adult supervision,
Oh no.
this next hot take was, where are the teachers? Not a single adult.
That's true. It's just
Why don't
Paige.
the teacher orders
Yes.
come in every once in a while?
Yeah, they come to get a bagel every now and then. They have their priorities in order, I guess. But
Yeah, they get a bagel with like 8 pieces of cheese and 3 pieces of lettuce.
which there's takes on that too that are
Oh, really?
hilarious. Yeah. So this next hot take has to do with the music. This person said the soundtrack is kind of meh, the same 4 tracks, and Mel's squeaky cello.
How dare you?
It's got got some good piano music throughout this soundtrack, I think.
Yeah.
Who said that? No, I'm kidding. Your opinion is valid. Your opinion is valid.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think it's kind of cool hearing Mel practice a little bit too.
I love cello.
Yeah. Makes it seem more realistic.
Yes. I love hearing her do the scales.
Mhm.
But also, like, she's doing, like, freaking canon and D at one point. Like,
Yeah.
Brave soul.
It's
Pretty impressive.
I love it. And that's the game, like, when I played it, I guess I was in college when I played it the first time. I don't remember when it came out. But it occurred to me that I felt really like focused.
Yeah.
So I started listening to solo cello music while I studied or like while I wrote papers, and it came to me that is the only thing that I listen to when I need to focus. So like Mel taught me that, and Yo-Yo Ma got me through college.
There you go.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, I love cello music now because of Mel.
What year did this game come out?
Was it 2009? I think it was around that
I
time.
literally couldn't tell you.
Yeah.
Could not tell you.
Because I feel like Phantom of Venice was 2008, and that's a few games before. It could have been 2010.
Hang on, I'm looking it up. Hold on. When I type in warnings, the first thing that comes up is this game, so you can tell how my Google search history is going.
Same here.
October 13th, 2009.
Yep.
Okay, so I was 16. Yeah. And
I was not in college at this point.
I played it when it first came out, and it blew my mind at the end reveal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. If it was 2009, I played it way earlier than college. I guess I replayed it when I was in college and realized this because I would have been 13.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
Is that right? 2009? I'll be 33 in November, so I was either 16 or 17.
Yeah. Well, I was 13 turning 14, and I am 28 turning 29 soon. So that adds up.
Okay.
Yeah, that adds up.
Yeah, that ending blew my mind. That was the last thing that I thought was going to happen, that it was going to be a spoiler alert twin reveal.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
It was so good.
It was.
It was so good.
I didn't even care about all the questions that I had about how that could be possible.
I know. Yeah. Me either. It was such a great twist. It's like one of my favorite twists in the entirety of the series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this next hot take, someone said, what were the twins' plans after school? Pretend to be one person forever?
Yeah, that's one of my main questions. Like, that can only go for so long, and then you get into the real world, and it's like, what are you going to do then?
Yeah.
Like, and for most jobs, I think you at least need a high school diploma.
Yeah.
At least.
You can't just share the same degree or
So like maybe one of them, I guess Kim would have to just take her GED, and since she did all the work in high school, but Rachel got all the credit, then she could pretty easily get through her GED, and then she could work.
Yeah.
But like otherwise, I don't know where they're getting the money for college, because neither of them are going to be winning valedictorian.
Yeah.
So I hope they want to go to a good trade school, or like, maybe get a job that's very entry level and work their way up.
Yeah.
Or marry rich.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go. Yeah.
This next hot take, or I don't feel like this is a hot take, but they said, I love this game, but they do say they wish it were 3 times longer. It's over too fast.
Yes.
Yeah.
Amen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we could have thrown some puzzles in.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, Nancy's phone, she doesn't have a charger, so it just lasts the whole time she's there.
Yeah, suspicious.
I charge my phone like twice a day.
Yeah.
There's like a little midday juice up, and then like you plug it in for the evening.
Yes.
Yeah. Just go to the snack shop and get some supplies, plug it in, use some stuff like in Thornton Hall. There you go.
Yeah, get some oranges.
I'd have to.
Yeah.
Which I don't feel like this next one is a hot take, because I agree with this completely, but they said I could spend hours playing the snack shop mini game. So fun.
Yes.
I like food mini games.
I love them.
I've talked about this before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And that is a particularly good one as well.
Mm-hmm.
I know. Yeah. You get to listen to all this gossip while you're making everyone's bagel sandwiches with 20 tomatoes. And
Dude. Yes. I want to hear all of the hot goss from all the teenage girls while I'm making their like bagels with cheese. And it's so good. They're toasted bagel with 1 slice of lettuce.
Yeah.
But I get to hear about the hot teacher again.
Yeah.
It's so good.
I'm not going to lie. Every time I get a teacher order, though, I'm like, dang it. No.
Oh, those stress me out a little bit, but like I can usually do it if I use like a mouse, especially instead of like a trackpad. I found that's like a lot easier.
Yeah.
And also like scroll down to the bottom and find out if there's a cookie, and if there is, I put that in first.
I do, yeah. I'm always like skipping around. I'm like, okay, cookie, bagel, we got this. Toast the bread.
We need to bake a cookie and toast some bread. Like that's first. Yeah.
Yeah.
Strategic with those teacher orders because those guys are impatient.
Yes. Yeah. Let's see. This next hot take: Mel is kind of scary and not cool.
Aww.
I love Mel.
I love Mel.
Yeah.
For Mel, justice for Mel.
She's
I
not
like her a
scary.
lot.
She likes
No,
chocolate
she's
chip
not.
cookies.
No.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like she would have had a part-time job at Hot Topic and been really cool.
Sure. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's definitely where she got that bow barrette.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, okay. So this is the exact flip side of the other snack shop hot take. Snack shop stresses me out. I think it's the way the orders are viewed on the little screen.
Oh.
Mm,
All for
yeah.
you. I'll do them all for you.
Yeah. And okay. I thought this was an interesting one. They said, wish there would have been an actual black cat prowling around like Marius in Mystery of the Seven Keys.
If freaking only.
That would have been so cool.
Why'd they give us a squirrel when they could have given us a cat?
Yeah. Yeah. A squirrel that causes us problems.
Yeah. Give me a Salem, please.
Yes. That would have been so cool.
Yeah.
Could you imagine a game with the Nancy Drew game with all the Clue Crew's pets in it?
It would be so fun.
Little rabbit, like my rabbit. Oh, that would be so cute.
Well, did you guys see the, I'm sure you did, the, like, right when you start Key, there's the QR code that sends you to the video of all of the pets owned by the production team?
Yep.
Yeah.
How cute would it be if in the next game they had, like, a Clue Crew pet?
Would love
That's so cute.
It'd be cute.
Should make that happen.
If you're listening, Her Interactive.
Yes. Oh, okay. So back on the snack shop and so many slices of cheese, this person said, no teacher's mouth is that big. Where are they putting all that cheese? Yeah, I've always wondered. I'm just like, why do you need that much? You know?
Teacher's mouth is that big.
And this next hot take, the whole twin thing was so random and it totally came out of left field, but I still loved it though.
Mm-hmm.
I think it came out of left field, yeah. But
Yeah.
it was good.
Yeah, I think I literally gasped out loud when
I know I did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
100%.
So this one, I need more Blackwood Society.
Yeah.
Love
I
that.
think so too. Yeah.
Love that.
It would have been so cool if Nancy could have like snuck in to their meeting, like somehow found
Yes.
a robe or something. And
Yeah, that would have been really cool.
yeah.
If only she had a cloak from like Blackmoor Manor.
Yes.
Brought it along. There you go.
Yep.
Yeah. Could have worked.
But she had no luggage though, so
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lost the luggage
Yeah.
in France.
yeah. Okay, wait, question though. Was it ever explained why her luggage was lost in France?
I don't think so. I think she just said she moved so suddenly or got there. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't
Like,
think it
okay, I've never understood this, and I always feel like I'm probably just missing one thing, but like the previous game was Ransom of the Seven Ships, okay? So
Yeah.
she's coming from the Caribbean, am I right? So I was like, why is she saying she's coming from Lyon?
Yeah.
And
I don't know. I
was
think
it
was
cover
about
perhaps?
Possibly.
I don't know.
Yeah. It makes you wonder, like sometimes in the books it'll be like, what was Nancy doing between this book and this book? It's like
Yeah.
you wonder.
Yeah, and like she had zero clothing besides what she had on her back. So like she's probably like she's there for days. Like the poor thing, she's probably kind of stinky. Like you go into the bathroom and she reads off what's written on the wall. She's like BS has BO, and I'm like she probably does.
Yeah.
Yeah, poor thing.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Oh, so this hot take, someone said, Ned talking about Mel like the goth, there's a goth on your floor, was so rude.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially considering he was friends with Henry.
Yeah.
I know,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not cool.
Oh, and I feel like this one, I feel like all of us are going to agree about this, but why did we have Bess's phone number, but we could never talk to her in this game?
Yeah, Yeah, valid.
I was disappointed. Yeah.
Yeah, Bess would have really shined in this game.
Mm-hmm.
I know. Yeah. She could have given Nancy so much insight. Like, okay, if they're over here gossiping about you, like, do this, or like, I feel like.
Yeah, I almost feel like Bess would have like solved the mystery sooner than Nancy in this one.
So this one, I don't know if I agree with, but Casper the squirrel is better than Bob the horse in Secret of Shadow Ranch. I said what I said.
Why are you comparing us
No.
to a horse?
Meet me outside. We need to talk.
Yeah.
Okay, why are you comparing a wild animal with a lovable pet?
Seriously.
Mm-hmm. Casper caused us problems, and Bob actually helped us get places.
Bob
Yeah.
was a mode of transportation, okay? Casper made us climb a tree.
And he put our lives in danger.
Yes, you could fall from that tree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Little jerk.
This next hot take, probably not unpopular, but I hated doing the photographs for Kim or Rachel or whoever so hard.
Yeah, because you have to have it just so and
Yeah.
annoying.
I like the portraits better than the other photographs, because the other photographs it was like, just take a picture of this icon and then you're like, well, I did, and you're still not happy.
Yeah, I needed more input on that puzzle. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it had to be like at the right angle too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I
what
feel like
bugged me.
Mhm.
if she was that concerned, she should have done it herself.
Yeah. I would get so frustrated. Like, I think I've only played this game once where I got it right the first time, and I was like, oh my gosh, like, how did I do that? But I do think it's funny when you're taking pictures of the different girls, and they're just like, are you ready? Like, take the picture already. Oh, okay. So this person, they just listed the girls in order of most annoying to least. And they said Kim and Rachel, I guess, are the most annoying, followed by Izzy, Leela, Mel, and Corinne.
Corinne, though.
Yeah, I don't know. I was with them to Izzy, and then I was like, I don't know. I could.
I don't know, because I feel like they're all kind of annoying in their own way.
Yeah.
I mean, it just kind of takes me back to being in high school, and, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's interesting that you say that, because this last hot take, someone said, I hated this game. I was bullied a lot in school and felt so bad for Corinne. Brought back a lot of negative memories for me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So I was like, that's so sad.
I'm so sorry.
If you want me to beat someone up for you, I will.
We'll
Just
do
tell
it.
me to. I'll
Yeah.
do it for you.
And that's all the hot takes I've got for warnings at Waverly Academy.
Okay, I have a question for you guys before we do anything else.
Yeah.
Who do you think won valedictorian?
Ooh, this is a good question.
Ooh.
Well, I guess, does Megan come back?
She does.
She does, yeah.
Hmm.
Oh, no.
Okay, I have a theory. Can I tell you guys?
Sure.
Okay, so my theory is that obviously Rachel and Kim are out of the question. Like, they flunked that quiz, like this whole scandal happened. Like, they're not, it's not them.
Yeah.
I also don't think that it's Izzy, because when she lost that huge term paper and had to start over, I think she's going to have to get an extension, like she said, and that's going to take her out of the running as well. I'm sure that because the other girl was away for so long that she would be behind as well.
Yeah.
And obviously it's not Corinne. And then who do we have left? We have Mel and we have Leela. Now, both of them, they're equally smart. They have the same like GPA, like everything. They both got everything going for them. However, we heard from Izzy that they take into account like school spirit and extracurricular activities and all that stuff. And that is just not Mel's shtick. So I think that it would go to Leela, who is super popular, like does all the sports, is like apparently the savior of the Waverly, school sport program, whatever she called it. She's over there like winning games for them single-handedly and getting perfect grades. There's no way it's not her. And people have argued this with me because they don't like her, and I just don't think that that is a good argument because she deserves it.
Yeah.
I think without a shadow of a doubt that it would be her.
But you don't think that they would secretly, even though it shouldn't be taken into account, the fact that Mel was a legacy?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Because like we're her were her former was her mom valedictorian? Was her grandma valedictorian? Like, we never heard of anybody else being valedictorian.
That's true.
Like, that's why I wouldn't think so. I mean, I would think that, like, if it was like a family tradition to become valedictorian, they'd probably be like, hey, we should probably like make her valedictorian, but like, I don't think we ever heard anything about that.
Makes sense.
Yeah. And we didn't really hear any of the any hot takes on the drama between Izzy and, let's see, Leela and Jacob Price. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
kind of expecting. Where are the Jacob hot takes? Come on.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
High school boys.
Ugh. Nobody's frontal lobe was developed in this game. Let's just keep that in mind.
It was obvious.
Yes. Well, have you got some jokes for us, Alexa?
Yes. And this game was based off of Mystery Story 158, The Curse of the Black Cat. So
that's a good book.
Which probably had a black cat in it.
Yes. Yeah, it did.
So the jokes that I have. What is the king of all school supplies?
The ruler?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Why do calculators make great friends?
I don't know.
You can always count on them.
Oh God.
Oh my gosh.
And my last one. What do you call a witch's black cat that drinks vinegar?
I don't know.
A sourpuss.
Oh my God. Okay.
Yep.
Oh.
That's what I got.
Well, and we've talked about the food a lot in this game so far, but we have the bagel sandwiches, we have the chocolate chip cookies, trying to think, all the stuff you can put on the sandwiches, just cheese, tomato, lettuce, all of that. And then aren't there some candy bars and there's some fruit?
Like snack. Yeah, you can have an apple or an orange, you can have a juice or a water. No, or a milk.
Milk.
Yeah. And nuts, chips, pretzels, granola.
I think
right?
granola. Yeah.
A cookie or a chocolate bar. Yeah. What would y'all's snack shop order be?
Ooh,
cookie and milk.
Yeah.
Like Mel.
And maybe a juice for the road.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably cookies and milk and a bag of chips, because if I'm eating something sweet, I gotta have something salty afterwards.
Yeah.
So
I think pretzels would be good, and maybe a toasted bagel with cheese and maybe some other stuff on there.
Yeah, I'm getting a toasted bagel with cheese. I thought this out, and in fact, I make this snack every once in a while. Especially when I'm playing this game. I get a toasted bagel with cheese, and I'm a big pretzel fan, so I'll get some pretzels, some milk, a cookie, and like you can get an orange as well, and I love oranges. So yeah. It doesn't go great with everything else, but I'll eat that first.
Yes. Which, did you like the Scram or the air hockey better?
I like Scram better, but I like both.
I like both.
Yeah, I like Scram.
I can usually like freaking slaughter her in Scram. Like,
oh my God, I love beating her at the games.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's so good.
It's the best.
And I love collecting all the mallets and all the different colors. I thought that was a really fun addition to the game.
Yeah.
That was cool. All right. Well, I guess, what have you got next, Alexa and Candace?
Blackmoor Manor.
Ooh, that's a good one.
There's a lot for that one.
Ooh, okay.
So someone said, if you don't have to ask Nigel about the Croboris, this would be a near perfect game. The Ouroboros.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever that one was.
Yeah.
Someone else said, it's good, but I find it to be too overrated.
100% agree.
Maybe a little bit, yeah.
Yeah. Someone else said, this game is way too hard for kids. I literally rage quit it when I was 11 to 13, the first time I played.
I 100% agree with that.
It was probably the hardest game they had up until, like, I don't know, Labyrinth of Lies or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's difficult.
Someone said, I actually don't like this game. Too dark, creepy, and no good characters.
Aww.
Yeah.
I like that person, whoever that is, because Susie, if you remember from our episode together, I said my hot take about this one, and it created some rage in your live chat.
Oh no.
Avery, I don't know if you watched that episode of Spilling the Tea with Susie, but I said something that was very controversial in her live chat, And I said that if you're interested in this game for like the family history, that kind of thing, that this game walked so that Ghost of Thornton Hall could run.
Yes.
And that I hate this game compared to Ghost of Thornton Hall.
I think I would agree with that. So
I
guess
feel
I'd
like
be.
it's a valid thing, though. I mean, like, I wouldn't go as far to say that I hate this game in comparison to Thornton Hall, because I think that they're both phenomenal games. But you're so right that, like, the family drama runs way deeper.
Yeah.
And, like, the family history is so much more interesting in Thornton Hall.
Yeah. I agree.
That was a fun moment, though.
Oh my gosh, there was some drama in the live chat.
I can only imagine.
Yeah.
Someone said, how could any human figure out the spinning room puzzle without hints or a walkthrough? They have a point.
That.
There's a map. Read the map.
I got lost in there so much. Even with the map, I was like, oh, I got this. And I was like, no, I very much don't.
Yeah.
My last playthrough when I streamed it a couple months ago, I did finally figure it out with the map. It took a little work, but I figured it out. So I know it. Listen, if I can do it, y'all can do it.
My brain does not work that way. I gotta have a walkthrough.
Yeah.
Someone said, great game on the second playthrough. Really easy to get stuck in the first.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Someone said, Nigel is pointless and should not be in this game. Ethel could replace him and be more accessible.
Yeah.
I hate that she doesn't have a spot.
Mm-hmm.
She literally just shows up, scares you, and leaves.
Yep. She's like a ghost.
I think that's the point.
Yeah.
Yeah. Someone said, I like this game, but it's way overhyped.
Yep.
Yeah.
I love this game.
Yeah.
Another person said, Jane was a lame villain. The whole game was so spooky, and then it's just her being a brat.
Yeah.
Yeah, she really was brat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen Southern Sleuth's video where she was talking about how there should have been a different culprit? Like, she came up with an alternate culprit for that game?
I still need to watch that. I bet it's good.
It's good. Yeah, it's good. It was very believable, and it's so believable because she like played it as a kid but wasn't able to finish it, so they like looked up spoilers, but they saw something wrong. So she went through like 20 years of believing that it was one person when it actually wasn't, and played it again and was shocked. Like, she made this video talking about how it's like, she said, this is the story that I thought it was.
Who did she think it was?
Well, that's spoilers for her video, but she thought it was Nigel.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And it was good. It was well done. Yeah. So if you haven't seen that video, definitely check it out. The YouTube channel Southern Sleuth.
I'm gonna have to look that up.
Yeah. Super cool.
That does sound cool.
The next hot take was, the secret passages are boring and frustrating. We spend half the game in the dark in them.
Yes.
Point.
I hated that we had to go back to Jane for more glow sticks. I was like, I do not want to play any more games to just get a glow stick.
Yeah. I managed to do it on one in my last playthrough, if I remember right.
Wow.
But it literally went out the moment I got to the rock.
This next one is about Hugh. Hugh Penvillain, high key, the real villain.
Yes, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Gaslighting, taking off, and just possibly seeing his ex-wife, there's that whole drama of them being in Italy at the same time.
Can we learn more about that?
Yeah, I want to know more.
Yeah.
And Jane's so neglected too, just
She really is.
Like, can you send her to a real school so she can be around peers?
Yeah.
Like,
to be socialized.
Yeah.
No wonder she's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
and she has a weird tutor too.
All day. And Ethel.
Yes. Yeah.
And Mrs. Drake.
Yeah. Here's some more nummies talking to the plants.
And then and Nigel as well, who gives her the book and sets her upon her villain path.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of adults not doing much of anything good in this game.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
The next one says, this is the best game her has ever created. I will take no criticism.
It's not my top, but it is a super good game to me. So I appreciate you, random person.
It's good, but yeah, I have problems with the interior decorating in this game. I'm just the tiles and I don't know what the color motif. I'm I don't know. That's just one of my problems, though. I won't get into it though.
The next one is, this was my first ever game, and Ethel scared the pants off me as a 10-year-old.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Too scary.
Yep. Next one, didn't really understand the hype for this one.
Yeah.
Yep.
And the last one, Jane has some hallmarks of a serial killer, i.e. poisoning her stepmother.
Yeah. Which I think I've heard people talk about this too, like the guinea pig passed
The guinea
away.
pig.
Yeah.
So, yeah, because when you look closely, you find a note about whatever her uncle's name, his like toupee. She tells you about his toupee, and then you find out about his like hair growth stuff, and that's what she
Yes.
puts into Linda's lotion. But she tested it on the guinea pig, and
Yeah.
it died.
Yeah.
But like, if you tested something on your guinea pig and it died, don't give it to your stepmother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Serial killer vibes for sure.
Yeah.
But I will say the one thing I did like about this game that I thought was cool was all the different like nightmare visions that Nancy could have. That was pretty neat.
The
It makes
Easter egg
every playthrough
one
different.
is particularly unhinged.
Yeah.
Those are really cool though, and they like are so unsettling. All the different things that you could experience in that game, like, and you could go through a whole playthrough or multiple playthroughs and not experiencing like the same thing twice.
Thought that was neat.
Happened to me
Yeah.
many times.
Okay. So this game was based off of book Mystery Story 77 at the Bluebeard Room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't read that one yet.
We have not yet, but that's coming up soon for us, isn't it?
Sometime next year.
Yeah.
Oh, you'll like that one. There's some weird Nancy drama, but also there's like a good amount that's similar.
Interesting. I'm excited for it.
Yeah, it's a fun one.
And the jokes that I have. How do werewolves stop a DVD?
I don't know.
I don't know.
They press the pause button.
Oh my God.
No, they don't. Sorry.
What's a werewolf's favorite sport?
Ooh.
I don't know.
Olympic sprinting.
No.
And the last one I have. When do cows turn into werewolves?
During a full moon.
Yep.
Oh
I
my
knew
God.
I knew it.
That's it.
Yeah. Well, I did think it was cool how in this game we could order from the wasn't it the Boar's Head pub?
Boar's Head Pub.
Yes. We could get some Uncle Fred and Johnny Rudder, Pinky and Perky, Dog's Eye, and I did think it was weird how Nancy would just carry butter around in her pocket.
Yeah, it has to not like melt and get all over the place and make a mess and
be a mess.
stain your clothes because it has oil in it. And
Yeah.
My
anyways,
word. I played this game so young that like that whole spiel on the phone is burned into my brain. Like I could quote it in my sleep, the whole thing start to finish.
They're all Robin Hood.
Yes.
Yeah, I liked learning the Cockney slang and stuff. I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, that was cute.
All right. I guess you're up next, Susie, with FMK.
FMK time. So it's gonna be Nigel, Ethel, and Mrs. Drake.
Ooh.
Marry Mrs. Drake
comes
so we can be in the manor.
Yeah. Mrs. Drake comes up a lot on my wheel. Like a lot.
Really?
So, yeah. I've heard a lot of opinions about her.
Ooh.
So does Hugh Penvillin, weirdly.
that's weird.
Those are like frequent flyers on my wheel.
Really?
Yeah. I can't explain it.
Don't question the wheel. I mean, I guess I would marry Nigel and kiss Mrs. Drake. I feel like I have to fight Ethel because she just scares me so much, and that's just so like I didn't deserve that as a child. And she traumatized me.
She deserves it. I'm gonna
Marry
go with
Mrs.
what you said.
Drake. Yeah. Fight Ethel, kiss Nigel.
Yeah. Nigel's really boring.
He
But
is.
yeah. Marry Mrs. Drake. You get the house. Kiss Nigel. He's so boring, but I can't not fight Ethel.
No, she deserves it.
Yeah.
That's the only right answer in this scenario.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next to Hugh in this game, which we don't even see, I'm like, I would fight him in a second too, but like that wasn't an option. But yeah.
I know. Poor Linda.
I know.
All right. My turn.
Yes.
Okay. I have Silent Spy.
Ooh.
And the first person said, it seems to be an unpopular opinion, but Spy is one of my favorite games.
I agree with that one.
Yeah?
Yeah.
The next person said, the Silent Spy... I said the Silent Spy. The Silent Spy is a good idea. I wish I had gotten more, though, in terms of the lore.
Oh, okay.
Next person said, Spy is in my top 3 for sure. I never know why people can't get into it because it checks all my boxes.
This is the most emotional game I feel like that
Yeah.
we've talked about. Yeah. It's just,
yeah, for sure. Yeah. Next person said, I do not care for Spy at all.
Aw.
Next, Spy is an amazing game, and Moira is one of my favorite characters. I have heard a lot of people dislike the Samantha Quick reveal, but I personally like it.
I thought that was very cool. I did like that.
I liked that too. I thought that was a really fun like tie-in to previous games.
Yeah.
Just want to ask her what she did with Colin.
yeah.
What'd you do to him? Like, is he okay?
Yeah. Well, I do like Moira, that one quote of hers where she's like, what is it? She says something about listening to certain types of music. She's like, oh, I'm sorry. Should I be knitting or something? You know, like it's not appropriate for my age. And I was like, that made me like her character. So
yeah. She's a cute character.
Mm.
Next person said, Silent Spy had so many errors with the writing and plot, but I love Scotland, so I don't hate it. Don't know if that's a hot take or not. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The next person said, the entire time through Spy, I hardly knew what was going on, and the pacing felt very weird. Very stop-start. I didn't feel any emotional connection to Kate, and I've been playing and reading since 99.
I agree with the pacing. It was kind of off in some spots.
It was off. Yeah. The next person said, I love The Silent Spy for its gorgeous music, setting, and plotline. But the characters speak in riddles and rhymes. Half the time, I don't know what they're talking about. I swear they just talk in circles because even Her Interactive didn't understand what was going on.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Did like, I liked the music in this game, though. Like what they said. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty. Next person said, I enjoyed Spy, but the storyline seemed like such a stretch that it was hard for me to have buy-in. It felt similar to Malloy for me.
Oh, okay.
And you know what? I can see that. We don't have a jetpack, but we do have a whole lot of other stuff.
Yeah, we get to zip line across the courtyard.
I was just waiting for Nancy to say we on her way.
No. The next person said, I think Spy was a good game, but I did not like that they changed Nancy's mom's story so much from the book series.
Yeah. I mean,
not a Spy.
Yeah, and they had Nancy much older than, because I think in the books she's 3 when her mom passes away. So yeah. I understand why they had to change the age for a storytelling aspect, but yeah.
Next person said, the writing of Silent Spy sucks. Every conversation just feels so disjointed.
Aw. Even Alex? I love talking to Alec.
I love Alec.
Yeah.
Next person said, Silent Spy is the best game. Chef's kiss. I love it. And then another person said, I genuinely have no idea what's going on in Spy. Maybe the dialogue is just too smart for me. Another person said, it left 0 impression on me. I need to replay it to see why everyone loves it so much. And I think that's funny because most of my things have been negative so far.
Yeah. I feel like I like to replay this one a lot.
Yeah, it's a fun one. The next one said, I want to love this game, but except for a couple of scenes, I find it very forgettable.
Yeah, I really don't gravitate towards this one.
It's not in my top for sure. It's probably like lower middle for me.
Yeah.
Next one is, can't listen to the piano song in this game without crying.
Oh, yeah. That's true.
Really disappointed that the sniper trying to take out Nancy was fake. Oh my
gosh. Needed more adrenaline, that person did, it sounded like.
Yeah. Okay, the next one is pretty funny, and I'm like, okay, this is very valid. They say, you're here to tell me right now, no one saw us ziplining, not one agent. Zoe is outside.
Yeah. Fair point.
Literally. Okay, this is a really cool take. This person says, I wish we could have played like a dual timeline where you could play as Nancy's mom at times.
Ooh. That would have been cool.
I would have liked that.
That would have been amazing.
Yeah.
Next one, Bridget has a nice dress and Samantha looks cool, but also that storyline doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Let's see. This one is too painful to play. So sad, very disappointing to play when I thought Nancy's mom would still be alive. I find the arguments between her and her dad upsetting, and the bio stuff too creepy. Alec is the only good character. Moira is horrible, as is Ewan.
Yeah, didn't like Ewan.
Yeah. If you like Ewan, are you okay?
Yes. Yeah.
The game is usually ranked C or lower, but I think it's A tier. Amazing puzzles and atmosphere. And that was my last one.
Which did you guys like? I loved making the little jammy dodger cookies and
I love
almost
that.
like a snack shop boss.
Once I figured it out,
Yeah.
Yeah.
depth perception was off, but then once I figured it out and my brain started working, then yes.
I love that mini game. I think it's so fun, and I think the cookies are so cute. That's why, like, my first Nancy Drew earrings that I made were the cookies.
Yes.
Aw.
That's cool.
Yeah, I love making those.
I think I'd seen somebody in the Clue Crew, and the name is escaping me right now, but they had made a little video with the cookies, and they even had the sound effects and everything, and I was just like, oh,
Cute.
so cool.
That's so fun.
I'm giving Kalina Little Jackalope a shout out because she was the voice for that
Yes,
thing.
she was.
Explaining everything.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's
She's
cool.
so great.
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all, okay, I'm gonna give a half shout out to Kalina and a half shout out to my channel, but if you haven't seen Spilling the Tea with her part 3, she gave a lot of behind the scenes insight to the making of Key while she was there. So if y'all like Kalina and you like behind the scenes, definitely check that out. She's so cool, and was like, even though she's under NDA, she told us what she could. So yes, highly recommend. Yeah, she's so cool, guys. I'm such a big fan of her.
Yeah.
Okay. Ready for jokes and such?
Yes.
So this game was based off of mystery story number 41, The Clue of the Whistling Bagpipes.
No, it's not.
No.
Yeah, very loosely.
Yeah.
Okay, jokes now. What do you call an undercover spider? A spider.
Oh, God.
Oh.
Don't be worried about your smartphone and TV spying on you. Your vacuum cleaner has been gathering dirt on you for years.
Gosh. Candace's face.
Yeah.
And
And the last one. Why did the spy cross the road?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Because he was never really on your side.
Oh my goodness.
Oh gosh.
That one got Avery.
It's like one of those long, like, laughs. Well, I guess as far as the food goes in this game, we have the Jammy Dodgers, which I think sounds the most delicious out of all the options. But we also have Neeps and Tatties and Kippers. And I know Kippers are the little fish. And I can't remember which one. Isn't there one that's potatoes? I can't remember. But some of it sounds not like something I would eat. But
you don't want to eat haggis?
Probably not. I'm not that adventuresome, I guess.
I feel like I'd try it all.
Yeah.
Yeah. Once.
Yeah.
If I liked it, maybe I'd try it again. But like I would like give at least one little nibble to everything.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. People have been eating this stuff for a while. It's gotta be good.
Yeah.
Okay, FMK. Y'all are gonna like this because our first eligible bachelor is in fact Alec Fell.
Yes.
And then we have Ewan. Stop messing with that. And then we have our super spy lady, Zoe/Bridget.
Well, you probably already know my answer, but I'll marry Alec and I'll kiss Zoe/Bridget and I will fight Ewan to the death.
100% agree.
Yeah.
Agree.
Yeah, also agree.
We're unanimous on that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's an
Hands
easy
down.
one.
Yep.
I feel like, I mean, just personality wise and then everything else aside, like his shirt reminds me of one that Guy Fieri would wear. And I was just like,
Welcome
nothing
to Diners,
against Guy
Drive-Ins,
Fieri,
and
but
Dives.
I'm just like,
We're in Scotland having haggis.
you did a great impression of him just now. Stop messing with that.
Thank you very much.
Oh, well, I guess that's all our games, isn't it?
I think so.
Until next time.
Until next time. Are we gonna still do like our exit, like goodbye and some? I'm trying to think of a good one. Gosh.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Good one. Yeah.
Gosh, I'm trying to remember what Carl says in Captive Curse. Like, he says a lot of things, but nothing is sticking out to me right now.
Oh, I can hear it in his voice right now. He goes, goodbye.
Bye, Fraulein. I guess that'll be mine.
Just to keep my shirt on. And then he says something about his suspenders and
yeah. Why do you think I'm wearing this lederhosen?
Yes. What else
I trusted to keep my shirt on.
he says it's a place holding avatar.
yeah.
Injection
boys.
Something.
Or dolls. He's like, they're not dolls.
Yes. Oh, he has so many funny lines. I especially like the Lederhosen line. But yes, he has so many great lines.
Yes. This was fun, guys. I enjoyed doing this.
Yeah.
I do too.
This is always great. Let's see. Next, I have our paper right here. Our next episode is going to cover Alibi and Ashes, Danger by Design, Sea of Darkness, Phantom of Venice, Shadows at the Water's Edge, and Tomb of the Lost Queen. And that is going to be on the River Heights Buzz podcast.
Yes. Yep. Some of those are my favorite games, so I'm excited about that episode. So
Ooh. Excited.
Thank you guys for tuning in. And yeah, next week or the next episode will be on River Heights Buzz, and we will see you guys then.
Goodbye.
Yeah, goodbye.
Thank you for listening to this episode of True Drew Podcast. Can't get enough of the podcast? Then check out my subscription series, True Drew Files, available on Apple and Spotify. For Nancy Drew books and merchandise, you can check out my website, www.truedrewpodcast.com. For business inquiries, you can contact me at truedrewpodcast@gmail.com, or you can connect with me on Instagram at True Drew Podcast.